Welcome to Daily English Room. Today's topic is art. Do you enjoy looking at art?
Yes, I absolutely love it. In my classroom, I often use artwork to teach language to my students. It's wonderful to see how children can express their thoughts about art even with limited vocabulary. My own children also enjoy our weekend visits to the local art museum.
What type of art do you prefer?
I have a special appreciation for traditional Moroccan art, like our intricate mosaics and textiles. But I also enjoy teaching my children about different art styles from around the world. It helps them understand diverse cultures.
Did you learn about art at school?
Yes, I did. In Morocco, we had art classes where we learned about both local and international art history. Now, as a teacher, I try to incorporate those early learning experiences into my English lessons.
Have you ever created any art yourself?
Yes, I create art with my children all the time. We do painting, collages, and crafts. It's a wonderful way to develop their creativity while practicing English vocabulary.
Is there an art gallery or museum in your area?
We have several wonderful museums in my city. My favorite is a small gallery that features local Moroccan artists. I often take my students there for field trips because they have interactive workshops for children.
How do you feel about public art, like murals or sculptures in the street?
I absolutely love public art. It makes art accessible to everyone, especially children. I often use street murals as conversation starters in my English lessons, asking students to describe what they see.
Do you think art is important in everyday life?
Yes, art is essential. It helps us express emotions and ideas that sometimes we can't put into words. This is especially true when teaching young children or learning a new language. Art becomes a universal way to communicate.
Do you think art classes should be mandatory in schools?
Yes, absolutely. As a teacher, I see how art classes help children develop not just creativity, but also critical thinking and self-expression. It's particularly helpful for language learning, as it gives students another way to communicate.
Has social media changed the way you experience art?
It has. I use social media to find art project ideas for my students. It's also wonderful how my children can see art from around the world on their tablets. Though I make sure to balance screen time with actual museum visits.
What's your opinion on digital art versus traditional art?
Both have their place in education. Traditional art helps children develop fine motor skills and patience, while digital tools make art more accessible and less messy. I use both in my classroom depending on the lesson.
What role do you think art plays in preserving culture?
Art is crucial for cultural preservation. In Morocco, our traditional patterns and designs tell stories of our heritage. I love teaching my children and students about different cultures through their art.
Have you ever been to an art festival?
I take my children to our annual Moroccan Arts Festival. It's a wonderful celebration with traditional crafts, music, and visual arts. I've also organized mini art festivals at my school to encourage cultural exchange.
What kind of art would you like to have in your home?
I already have quite a collection of my children's artwork, which I treasure. I've also decorated with traditional Moroccan tapestries and some educational art prints that help with language learning.
Do you think anyone can become an artist?
Absolutely. I see this every day with my students. Everyone has creative potential. It's just about finding the right way to express it. Art isn't just about technical skill, it's about sharing your perspective.
How has technology changed the way we experience art?
Technology has made art more accessible to my students. We can virtually visit museums around the world, and digital tools make it easier for children to experiment with different art styles. Though I still believe in the importance of hands-on creation.
How much time do you spend on art-related activities each week?
Between preparing art activities for my classes and doing crafts with my children, I probably spend around 5 to 6 hours a week. We usually have a big art session on weekends when the children can really take their time.
Do you think art should be expensive?
I don't think price should be a barrier to experiencing art. That's why I love teaching children that they can create beautiful things with simple materials. Art should be accessible to everyone, regardless of their budget.
What role does music play in your appreciation of visual art?
In my classroom, I often play soft background music during art activities. It helps create a calm atmosphere and encourages creativity. Different types of music can inspire different styles of artwork.
Have you ever tried to teach someone else about art?
Teaching art is a big part of my job. I love showing children how to express themselves through different art forms. It's especially rewarding when they use art to practice their English vocabulary.
If you could create your dream art project, what would it be?
My dream would be to create a multicultural art center for children, where they could learn about different cultures through art while practicing language skills. A place where creativity and education come together.
How has your taste in art changed over time?
Before becoming a teacher, I mainly focused on traditional Moroccan art. Now, through teaching children, I've developed an appreciation for all kinds of artistic expression, even simple stick figures. They all tell important stories.
What role does photography play in your life?
I take lots of photos of my students' artwork to share with parents and create teaching portfolios. Photography helps me document the progress of young learners and celebrate their creative achievements.
How do seasons or weather affect your appreciation of art?
The changing seasons influence what art projects I plan for my classes. We use a lot of bright colors in winter to lift spirits, and in spring we often do outdoor art activities inspired by nature.
Do you have any art-related apps on your phone?
I have some educational art apps that I use with my children and students. They're great for teaching color theory and basic drawing skills. I also have apps for finding kid-friendly art activities.
How do you think art affects mental health?
I've seen how art can help children process emotions and reduce anxiety. When students are struggling to express themselves verbally, especially in a new language, art becomes their voice.
Do you have a favorite color to use in art?
I love using bright yellow in my classroom art projects. It's such a cheerful color, and it helps create a positive learning environment. My students say it reminds them of sunshine and happiness.
Have you ever bought art from a street artist?
I love buying from street artists in Marrakesh. Their work often combines traditional Moroccan patterns with contemporary styles. I use some pieces to decorate my classroom.
How do you feel about graffiti?
When done respectfully, graffiti can be a powerful form of expression. I sometimes use examples of positive graffiti art to teach my students about community messages and public communication.
What role does art play in advertising?
I often use advertising images in my lessons to teach critical thinking. It's interesting to discuss with students how art is used to convey messages and influence people.
What is the most important thing art has taught you about life?
Through teaching art, I've learned that everyone has a unique voice worth sharing. Art has shown me that language barriers don't have to limit expression. Sometimes a simple drawing can say more than 1,000 words. It's taught me to be more patient and understanding with my students and my own children.
That's all for today's daily English room conversation practice. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this video, like, leave a comment, and hit the subscribe button. See you next time.